welcome to the channel. So today I decided to tell on myself and say I was influenced. I was influenced by these influencers. So if you're interested to see the 10 influencers and the 10 fragrances that they made me buy, keep watching. Before we get started with the video, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Roxanne and this is Roxanne's Retreat. If this is your first time joining me, thank you and welcome. And if you've been here before and you decided to come back, big up your whole self. Truly appreciate your continued support. Now, as always, before we get into the nitty-gritty of things, let's talk about my lip. So on my lip today, I'm wearing this lippy from Juvia's Place, and this is called Clay. Excuse me. It's like basically a clay kind of orangey, the color of clay dirt on my lip. And for my scent of the day, I am wearing this one here from the house of BDK, and this is Bouquet de Hongrie. Hopefully I said it right because my French is a little dusty. But yeah, Bouquet de Hongrie from the house of BDK. Now this fragrance is a really nice everyday floral. There's some fruits in here. I think there's strawberry, pear, there's rose. It's just really pretty, really girly. The juice matches the vibe that the fragrance gives. So yeah, this is from the house of BDK. It's so pretty. It gives me about 4 to 5 hours on my skin. Wear it to work, run errands, things of that nature. So, yep, from the house of BDK, Bouquet de Hongrie is my scent of the day. Okay, so let's get started with the influencing. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to talk about 11 fragrances. Talk about the people that influenced me to purchase them and just kind of give you a little rundown of the fragrance, nothing much. And then of course I will definitely link everybody's channel in the description box so that you can check them out, because trust me, if you watch them, I'm pretty sure you were influenced also. So let's get started. Okay, so the first fragrance I want to talk about is this one right here, Neroli Blanc Intense. I cannot say the perfumer. I mean the house. We'll pop it up on the screen. I don't want to butcher it. But the person that influenced me to purchase this fragrance is none other than From Abby with Love. Listen, this lady has talked about this fragrance and you can see the passion in her eyes when she's talking about this fragrance. This is a sweet, creamy, delicious orange blossom kind of fragrance. So it's so pretty. And it's not sold here in the US, so I actually had to blind buy it. So I blind bought it and I was just extremely happy. Let me tell you some of the notes. There's orange blossom, there's some fruits, there's jasmine, rose, vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. So you see how it makes sense that it's sweet. Orange blossom, there's vanilla, it's creamy, there's sandalwood. So you see how it all comes together. Anyways, Neroli Blanc Intense. I absolutely love it. Check out Abby's channel. I don't know if I've seen a video lately without this fragrance. And that just makes me happy, because that just means that the person that's talking about the fragrance, they really love it and they really wear it. They're not just talking about it for, for heck's sake. So yep, Neroli Blanc Intense. Can't say the name of the house, but we'll pop it up on the screen. And I was influenced by Abby from Abby with Love. Now, if I want to compare this fragrance to anything in my collection, what I could compare it to is the original Prada Paradox. There's some similarities. So if you like Prada Paradox, you're definitely going to like this. Neroli Blanc Intense. Okay, so let's talk about my next fragrance that I was influenced to purchase. And this one is La Perla's Possibilities. Now, I've heard quite a few influencers speak of this fragrance, but the person that convinced me that I needed her in my collection is none other than Spicy Looks. Spicy Looks, I love watching her. I'm from the Caribbean, I'm from Grenada, and she's from Trinidad, and the accent and ting, I love watching her and her facial expressions, etc. But when she was talking about this right here, I was like, yep, wrap it up, baby. And I blind bought this fragrance also. Not a safe blind buy because it's strong. The fragrance is strong, but it's very sexy and sophisticated. There's freesia, black currant, there's some ambergris, and it's just like sex in a bottle, like literally so seductive. When I wear this, I get so many compliments from men. I don't think a woman has ever complimented me. Maybe, I don't know, but Possibilities. And I talk about this fragrance a whole lot because I truly enjoy it. My guy enjoys it. We're about here with the dent. Yep. And this is the big bottle. This is a 4-ounce bottle. So yeah, I was just, Spicy Looks. You see? Spicy. You see what you make me do? But I was very, very, very pleasantly surprised when I purchased it. And it came and I was like, yes, this is a love. So this is La Perla's Possibilities. And thank you, Spicy Looks, for influencing me to purchase this one. Okay, so next up we're going to be talking about this fragrance right here, Ylang and Go from M. Micallef. And the person that influenced me to purchase this one is Chris from the Perfume Nest. Again, I'm going to have everybody's channel linked, and go check out her channel. And the way she described this, so to me this is like a yellow floral forward fragrance with some vanilla and coconut, so it's like this tropical vibe. And if you watch Chris, she's like one of those people that just seems like, she's gorgeous and she just it's like an effortless, vibe. And the way she described this fragrance, I was like, that sounds like it's something right up my alley. And again, yes, it was. This was another blind buy because this wasn't a fragrance that I could walk into any of the stores to smell. But I love me some Ylang in Gold. I mean, this, if you're into fragrances, you've heard about it. Get your nose on it if you haven't already. If you're into like fragrances that are, yellow florals, coconut, vanilla, so it's sweet but not too sweet. This fragrance, this house, I just love the way they present things. And also like this, when you spray it on, it has such a beautiful like shimmer on your body. So yeah, Ylang and Gold, this was my purchase that was definitely influenced by Chris from the Perfume Nest. Definitely don't regret it, Chris. Thank you. Alright, next up I have this fragrance here from the House of Byredo, and this is Gypsy Water. And who influenced me to purchase Gypsy Water? None other than Anna Lauren. Anna has a way of describing fragrances. If you guys have not watched her channel, you need to watch it. Because she puts her nose to the bottle like this, and like she closes her eyes and she just takes you on a journey. And although this fragrance right here, Gypsy Water, is like a really casual kind of light, kind of aromatic kind of vibe. Let me give you some of the notes. Juniper, lemon, pine needles, incense, vanilla, sandalwood. So it's like a really laid back fragrance. Again, it matches the influencer that influenced me. She just looks like really laid back, and the way she describes fragrances, I don't know, like there's more that she influenced, but we're only gonna talk about one today. But yep, a lot of people, you know, they give Gypsy Water like this, oh, I'm not paying this kind of money for this type of fragrance. I find it to be like a high quality freshie. I mean, I really do. It gives me, you know, it works like Byredo. Not gonna lie, it gives me about 4 or 5 hours on my skin. But what do I expect from a fragrance of this type? I really don't expect much more than that. I use this to run errands, you know, to work sometimes. So yeah, it's like one of those fragrances that's really, I like wearing this at theme parks. It's really good when it's really hot. Yeah, and it gives me that on my skin. It's really refreshing too. So yep, I was influenced by the Anna Lauren to purchase this one right here from the house of Byredo. It's Gypsy Water. All right, next up is a fragrance right here from the house of Gucci. And this is called A Chant for the Nymph. The only person like really I ever heard speaking of this fragrance in depth, it was simply Aisha. And the way she described the fragrance, it just sounded like something that was right up my alley. So this fragrance is frangipani, ylang ylang, there's tiara flower, there's vanilla. So it's like a tropical, I want to say it's a sweet tropical beast. Nice for a tropical vacation if you don't overspray because it's sweet. But the way she described it, and if you ever watch her channel, she has like this really calming aura about her. And she spoke about this fragrance. And when I went into, I think it was Neiman Marcus or Saks, I went in and I smelled it and I was like, ding dong, you're coming home. So yeah, I really enjoy this one. Yeah, it's not for everyone, guys. This is not a safe blind buy at all. You have to like frangipani. You have that like those types of florals. You have to be a floral lover because it's the florals that's speaking in this. I barely get a little hint of vanilla, but yeah. A chant for the nymph. I was influenced by Aisha from Simply Aisha, and no regrets, girlfriend, and no regrets. I absolutely love this fragrance. Next up is this fragrance right here. This is Strychnina from the house of Vicanto. Now, who influenced me to purchase this? None other than Sheree from Sheree's Lifestyle. Listen, this woman has gone on and on about this fragrance that I couldn't help myself. This is like what I would consider like a luxurious fruity floral. It has that Tiziana Terenzi kind of DNA because it's the same perfumer, I think, Paolo Terenzi. But it's sweet, it's fruity, it's luxurious, it's classy. It's not your run-of-the-mill fruity floral. I have to say though, when I purchased this and I got it, I had to let it sit for a while because everybody was like, oh, it's long-lasting. And the thing didn't last for 30 minutes on my skin. So I was giving Sheree the side eye just for a little bit until it started. I had it sit for a little bit, and now when I wear it, it lasts forever on my skin. Very pretty, fruity floral, nice for summertime, nice for springtime. You probably, if you really want to, you probably should get it now so it could sit for the next season. But yeah, it's really, really pretty. And y'all need to watch Sheree. She cracks me up. She cracks me up on all platforms. TikTok, she's everywhere, but she's funny. And I enjoy watching her content. And yes, Sheree from Sheree's Lifestyle, you definitely influenced me to purchase Vicanto's Strychnina. Okay, so next up we have this fragrance here from the House of Creed, and this is Windflowers. So, let's see who influenced me. The lady that influenced me to purchase this fragrance is none other than AI the Great. Listen, when AI started talking about this fragrance, I was like, what's wrong? I must have this. Like, because I remember her talking about that it was coming. I saw a couple other influencers speak about the fragrance, but when AI broke this down and when I saw her dent, and I was like, this is a must-have. So to me, this is like a really modern, high-quality kind of floral fragrance. There's jasmine sandback, orange blossom, tuberose, rose. There's musk, praline. It's a pretty fragrance. And you know what else? It's a beast. This thing lasts 4 days. Compliment snatching. I always get compliments when I wear Windflowers. I haven't worn it a lot this season. Listen to me like if I live in different seasons. Floridian. I haven't worn it a lot this year, but yeah, that's my dent. I really love this fragrance. Thank you, AI the Great, for influencing me to purchase Windflowers from the House of Creed. If you're looking for something that's, just a really, what's the word? It's like a grown-up floral. It's not like grandma. It's just really modern, floral. And if you love florals, you're definitely going to enjoy this. If you haven't gotten your nose on it, please do. It's gorgeous. Windflowers from the House of Creed. Thank you, AI the Great. Okay, all right. Next up, I have this fragrance with this gorgeous bottle, and this is from the House of Oud, and this is called Ruby Red. And the influencer that made me, so funny, the influencer that influenced me to pull out the coin and blind buy this, none other than Sharita M. Sharita. First of all, I'm a sucker for ginger. I love ginger. I like to eat ginger. I like to drink ginger. I like to smell ginger. I don't know, maybe it's the island woman in me, but ginger is a thing. When Sharita described this fragrance, I was like, please, say less. Say less. I was on it. Purchased this fragrance. Blind bought this fragrance. And I was not disappointed. So this has ginger in the opening. I think, yeah, there's ginger, just regular ginger in the opening. In the mid, there's ginger flower. And in the base, there's ginger candy. And there's vanilla and all other sorts of things. This thing right here, if you haven't gotten your nose on it, and Sharita hasn't already influenced you to purchase it, get your nose on it. If you love a ginger fragrance. So I love ginger in fragrances. The ones that come, to the forefront of my mind is Twilly. And Twilly is so different from this because to me, Twilly is more of a tuberose and ginger. This is more of a ginger and everything else. Then from my last haul, Ingenious Ginger. I love that one. That one's just nice and refreshing. And then Ani, of course, has that hit of spicy ginger. Anywho, I love ginger. I put ginger in almost everything. And I drink ginger tea. Another island thing, when my stomach is upset, like I feel like nauseous or whatever, I drink ginger tea and that works, So yes. Sharita M definitely influenced me to purchase this fragrance here, Ruby Red from the House of Oud, having me smelling like a sweet ginger candy. Sharita M, thank you, and I was not disappointed, not at all. Okay, next up is this gorgeous cupcake, which I always pre-open because they're hard for me to open. But this is Whispers of Truth from the House of Sillage. And the influencer that got me to buy this, none other than Greta Beth. Greta has so much knowledge, and not like, what I would call just touch the surface knowledge about fragrance, like, oh, this one smells good, or it smells like, she just has some in-depth knowledge about fragrances, and I love watching her. It's always like an education. But yeah, she definitely convinced me to purchase this one right here, Whispers of Truth. And this fragrance is on my September tray. And it's like a light fruity floral to me. I always say I smell vanilla, but I don't think there's vanilla in the fragrance. There's caramel in the base, so that gives it some sweetness, but it opens with citruses like orange and bergamot In the middle, there's some jasmine and rose. So it's a very enjoyable fragrance. In the opening, it gives you just like a little bit of a Baccarat-esque kind of vibe, but then it goes its own direction on my skin on the dry down. I get more of the caramel, etc. in the dry down. But yep, I was influenced by the one and only Greta Beth to purchase this one. And of course, it was a blind buy. Greta, thank you so much. And no regrets. Whispers of Truth from the House of Sillage. Okay, next up right here, we have this fragrance from the House of Thameen, and this is Peregrina. And the influencer who influenced me was none other than Denise Adore. So she was talking about, and I can't remember what other fragrance in one of her videos. I can't remember what it was. And then I commented on the video, and then she said, you know what, go take a smell of Peregrina, etc. She's like, I think you're gonna like it based on this and that. And then I took a while because I purchased this in Dubai in March, so it took me a minute. But then I watched a subsequent video where she was actually talking about the fragrance, and I was like, ooh, Lord, I need this one. I need this one right here. And I had a little restraint. I waited. But yeah, I am not disappointed. So this one has rose, gardenia, caramel, vanilla. So the rose and the all the gourmand notes, they come together. It's just beautifully blended. Very, very feminine and pretty. It's really pretty on the skin. It doesn't lean overly floral or overly gourmand. It's just right in the middle, and I love that about this fragrance. Yeah, super girly. And yes, y'all need to watch Denise Adore. I love her intro. She says, if you're into real people and real talk, that's Denise, okay? So yeah, please check out her channel if you haven't seen her already. And this is Thameen's Peregrina. So Peregrina from the House of Thameen. I was influenced by the one and only Denise Adore to purchase this fragrance, and I am not disappointed, sister girl. Not at all. Thank you. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the fragrance that I influenced myself to purchase. It wasn't from any review. It wasn't from anyone. I just walked into the store and I smelled this one and I was like, what? When it dropped. And it's none other than Valaya. Valaya from Parfums de Marly is a fragrance that I am head over heels in love with. This thing is so versatile. It's like aldehydic. There's peaches in here. Mandarin orange, orange blossom, Akigala wood, vanilla. The nose behind it is one of my favorite perfumers, Quentin Biche. Whenever, you know how people say when, they smell something, their eyes roll back? Valaya does that for me. A lot of people don't like it. They say that it smells like a cleaning product. No way, not on my skin. Valaya is, she is so pretty. I wear this, obviously, all the time. I wear it to work. I wear it to Disney. I wear it to... The only place I don't wear Valaya is probably to bed. But Valaya is my girl. She influenced me. I love the smell of Valaya on me. I love the smell of Valaya on others. Actually, I remember the day my guy and I, we were in San Antonio when we picked this up. And the sales associate, she was actually wearing it. And she's like, smell it on me. And I smelled it on her and I was like, oh my gosh. This thing... beautiful. I love this fragrance, and the thing that I love even more is that it lasts forever on the skin. Forever on the skin, eons on the clothes. Love it. So this is Valaya from the House of Parfums de Marly, and this is a fragrance that me, Roxanne, I influenced myself to purchase. And yep, thank you, girl. Thanks, Roxanne. Definitely not disappointed. This is a fragrance that I will have forever. Okay, y'all, so this brings us to the end of the video. All I gotta say is be aware of these influencers. No, it's just like really interesting how all of this works. You know, you listen to people, you build like this trust level. There's some people that I listen to, but I don't trust them. Like I side eye there. I'm like, well, who know? No. But everybody is different. Everybody has their own body chemistry. They have their own taste. So yeah, but those fragrances were the ones that really stood out to. And the influencer, I remember exactly where I was sitting, when I was watching, that they really made me make the decision to purchase that fragrance. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hopefully I can influence you one day, you know. I will never influence you to blind buy. I did a lot of blind buying, and mind you, these girls, these ladies, they always say, not a safe blind buy, not a safe blind buy. But what do? I blind buy. Anywho. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yep, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me about a fragrance that you were definitely influenced to purchase, you know, if you're really into fragrances like that. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, y'all. All right, so remember, we can be anything we want to be out there in this world. But while we're doing this thing and getting to be this thing that we want to be, we need to smell like good people. You hear me? Smell good. Have a good one.